I said that there won't be a sequel. I meant to say equal, they say, Jay, we want to believe you. What you hearing today is a product of confident people. What I'm lending away is a promise we're giving to people. Listen, listen, listen.
Yo, it's Tryp, and today I have my brother, Jude LaFuse. This guy's a machine. He knows that there's 24 hours in a day, but he adds 2 hours simply because he's not done working. Writer, producer, filmmaker, this guy has his own advertising and marketing agency. This guy is off the chain. And he studied at Emory University, one of the most prestigious colleges in the United States. This boy ain't no dummy. Any rate, I give you Jude LaFuse.
What's going on, man?
What's up, bro?
Man,
how's everything, man?
I mean, after that intro, like, how could it not be? I mean, whoever that guy is, he's living it up.
Hey,
he's
listen,
doing well.
First of all, you're supposed to big up your homie. Secondly, I worked on that intro all night and today and didn't start laughing about it until I saw you. Because that's the kind of bond I feel like we have, where it's like we can be so serious, and the moment I start showing teeth, it's hard to close my face up, bro.
How am I adding 2 hours to the day? I was over here trying not to.
Man, I know there's a lot to unpack, but since I've known you, there's like no turn off button. Like I can text you, and I have texted you at 1 or 2 in the morning.
Hit you right back.
And I hit the bubbles, and I'm like, yo, this guy doesn't sleep, man. And I know you have a lot of experience, obviously what you do in film right now, even for your own business. I know the times that people stay in one location. It's 16 hours a day, it's 18 hours a day. It seems like that never left you. So first, let me ask you, did you sleep? How are you doing today? How do you feel?
Yeah, I've been sleeping well.
Okay,
I've been
good.
sleeping pretty well. Like
Okay.
I focus on that a lot more now. Like I've had Crohn's disease since I was 18.
Okay.
And so like I didn't want to be on medicine because the first thing the doctors were like, let me put you on painkillers. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. And I'm not going to listen to anything else you say. So like I just had to and that was right before college. So like I had to change my lifestyle so fast. I mean, it's been a process. It's been 12 years. I'm 30. So 12 years of trial and error and like getting my life right, and like a lot of sleepless nights. I'm not like afraid of those, but they're starting to weigh on me a little bit more than they used to. Like in college, it was like, all-nighter? Nah, I gotta do one of those. Oh well. Now I'm like, geez.
Yeah.
It's 12 o'clock, it's midnight.
And it ranges with you because in every industry I've known you to be in, you've been in gaming, you've been in, of course, your studies at Emory, like you've been in that MD, PhD program.
MD, PhD, yeah. 8 to 9 year program where you get an MD and a PhD, like 60 to 100,000 applicants, and there's like 20, sometimes 12 to 30 spots.
Oh my God, bro.
And I was getting into the top rounds of those, at the top like 30. I was waiting to hear back from 23 schools for when my interview was gonna be. And that's when I closed the door, left, decided I didn't want to do it anymore. And that was after I took the first semester of Emory Med as an undergrad. I worked it out with the biology department, the professor at Emory Med, and all that. And I was ready for it. I was like, I wanted to do it bad, and so yeah.
How did it go? Like you have to be with numbers like that, you have to be either some sort of crazy or some sort of competitive. And I know you, and maybe they don't, I know you to be competitive. Like I know, even from your website, bro, like just 1%, 1%. And anything you do, it's always been, I've been here.
Yeah, I wasn't conscious of it until and it definitely comes from like excellence. Like I like excellence. That came from my parents, came from my dad. He's very competitive.
Okay.
And I didn't start really adopting my mom's philosophies of culture and care really until a few years ago, where like I really saw the value and the utility in like, let's grab the right people around you, and that's what lifts you up. Like, you know, the competitive nature of me, like trying to get better and better and refining myself all day, every day, it's exhausting, and it's what was like killing me.
Yeah.
And it's cool to look back on now and to be like, hey, I have all these skill sets and I know a lot about stuff, but like I'm here alone. And I found myself alone so many times. Like I have a lot of stories. I told you a lot of stories, like the depression and the loneliness in college and the pursuit to the medical field and being not just to the medical field, but to be the best in the medical field.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to be like, I was looking to be like Surgeon General, like one of the top like researchers in biology, while like seeing patients as a cardiologist. Like I was trying to do the most because I just felt really low. Like growing up, I was extremely insecure about all kinds of things and like shifts in my family dynamic, like my dad being the breadwinner and then he like became disabled, and my family feeling unstable, like the really like riches to rags really messed me up. And so it was like, okay, I gotta be the best to make up for, to get back to where we were before. And this weight on my shoulders as a teenager when all this is happening is like, it made me stupid, right? It made me be like, hey, focus on the destination. You need to be a doctor tomorrow, figure out how.
Yeah.
And so I would stress myself out and exhaust myself, try to figure that out. And then along the way, it was like, no, I need to focus on the journey, because that's what everybody was saying. Like, nah, that's your day-to-day. You should be happy in your day-to-day. I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. I am tired. let me focus on that in college and stuff, thinking about that. And then, but now it's really like, you called it, what, season of life?
The season of life that I'm currently in.
I love that because it changes, and like you need different things at different stages. And what I really need right now is community in life, like community within my life and the right people around me. Because like how that all comes together is you can only do so much by yourself. Yeah. Like for high school, college, and some years after that, like regularly 4 hours of sleep, I was maxing myself out in terms of output of whatever I was doing across all these different fields. And like, it didn't hit me until 4 years ago when I started LaFuse Entertainment and we first focused on marketing, that like, to do something truly great, like you cannot be alone, like not even close. Like why? Why are you limiting yourself like that? And so I had a real like talk with myself over the years. It's happened a lot. It's not just been one talk, but it was like, hey, like build this person up. Like you don't have to be a star, your team does. And so like build this person up, like, and help them build themselves up. And one of the biggest keys has been like asking people and listening and being like, hey, where do you want to go? And if they happen to be adjacent with where I want to go, like if our journeys are parallel or aligned, then it's like, all right, cool, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go crunch some numbers and see where you fit in and what's best for both of us. Because I was also like, in all that work and all that trying to find where I fit and trying to find where people fit, people took advantage of me and some of my friends of like, because we worked so hard because we were trying to find out what we're trying to do in film, but people took advantage because it's so fantastic, right? It's just like, oh, to be on the big screen and for fame and fortune and all that stuff like that. And people are like gatekeepy and they're like, hey, do you want to be on TV? Like, let me be gross. You know, like there's a lot of that in Atlanta, like, and it used to be just Hollywood, and now it's in Yollywood, and it's like, oh, you brought that over here, bro? Like we're supposed to be scrappy and like good and like excellent over here. Like Atlanta was a chance to kind of start over the culture, but no, people just brought it over here, but I think there is some resistance to being gross in that. You know, and that nepotism and that gatekeeping and all the bad things that make Hollywood like dark. It's brighter over here. Yeah,
you're a visionary, and what I'm hearing from you right now is leader. Like you're a visionary and you're in leadership. So you do have to build a team, you know, especially for this society now, we call it scaling, but you know, you got to be able to give hats to other people, man. Like, you have your own business. I've started another business now. Wearing all of those hats is so draining because it's like, yo, every single day I have to, you can look at it good and bad. You can look at it as, I don't get any sleep, I'm tired, I have to do this by myself, that by myself, and then you can look at it as, well, at least I'm gonna learn everything. And I think I'm in the point in my journey right now, or my season of life, where I'm like, I wanna learn everything, but through other people. So some people call that wisdom, some people just call it learning, but I wanna put together a team of people that are the same way. Let's build this thing out. The gatekeeping thing, like I've never even heard of gatekeeping until like a few years ago. So it's just like, I don't know. In business, I heard Dana White say, Dana White is somebody I really, when he talks, I listen. He's like, yo, you guys want to start your own business, but it's ain't you get to call off on Christmas and you get to do this and you get to do that. Like this is, like it takes a village, man. It really takes a village. So.
Real quick on that, I want to say something that was funny
course.
the other day. I was talking to a friend just last night, 2 nights ago. I was there with Brenna, my girlfriend and business partner. And like for the past 4 years, we've been grinding, like a grind unlike any other that we've done. Like it's like I thought I was working hard in college. I thought I was working hard as a streamer, top 1% streamer. I thought I was working hard as a top 1 stock trader. Nope. This is definitely the hardest for sure, because it's a brand new skill and I'm not the only one. And so to your point though, of like, you got to wear all the hats in the beginning. And in marketing, the only thing that matters is the thing that you made, did it result in the client making money? And to get there, you need about like 12 people. For a full service marketing team, you need that. I'm gonna go back to you in a sec. But I'm just painting the picture, like it's a lot of work. And I was talking to someone the other night, and they were like, yeah, like a really a friend of mine's really unhappy with their job, and I know this friend, and you know, they were saying how they think it might be easier just to start their own business, and like they were like, you know, you start your own business, like, you know, I just think it's the right. This is them talking. I just think it's the right time to be starting your own business. It just seems like a better move. It seems almost easier, and I was like. Let me stop you right there, Chief. Let me stop you right there. Anyone can start a business, sure. It being a good purpose, being good for like your community and good for society, that's a big thing that even the top businesses don't even always achieve. Breaking even is a milestone in its own. And then have you set up a framework that like allows you to be sustainable? And then if you happen to have all that, it's just icing on the cake if you happen to be profitable. The amount of businesses that exist that barely break even or lose money is way outweighs. I mean, I think a couple of years it was like 70% of businesses or maybe more or something like that don't make money or they fail.
Damn.
I don't know. I heard that. I'm not sure if that's true. That
won't be you. That won't be you.
I mean, as long as you keep working hard and you're reflective and you adapt, then you'll be fine. Because there's no way you can't succeed if you simply work harder than the person that doesn't. Because that's what keeps me going, is like when I hit a roadblock of like, why didn't that advertisement make more money? Like, why did it just break the client even? Like, that's the stuff I get pissed off about now, and I have the privilege to be able to do that, because before it was like, how do I do this at all? Like, how do I set up like a website? Like, how do I code that? And do I need to code? Can I use like Wix? Like, what's best? And then you hear all this stuff like, oh no, Wix is bad, you gotta code it. And other people are like, well, blah, blah, blah. You just hear so much distracting fuzz and like TV static. That, in those moments when you want to give up, other people are there too. Those are hurdles that everyone's at. Everyone's at those hurdles. And there's gonna be people that do not do the hurdle because they're like, no, that's too hard. Never mind. I'm out. I give up.
The moment it gets hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's many of those hurdles. And so the further you go, the more you keep hurdling, the more that those people thin out. And there's less and less of you.
Yep.
And then after a certain number of hurdles, you're looking around, they're like, no one's near me. I've made it pretty far. Mm-hmm. And then you have a whole access to like a market, to an edge or something like that.
Yeah.
Like when you have something that no one else has, which a lot of times is just perseverance, you have something worth buying. And that's business. When you have something worth buying, when you can make people more money than they're spending on you, that's the basics of it, you know. And
So your passion is obviously film. Mm-hmm. And LaFuse Entertainment is a specialty, in my opinion, of marketing and advertising. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of unheard of, right? For all of those to exist under the same umbrella, if you will.
Yeah.
So you already have a unique offering to the world.
Yeah.
I know your heart, and they will get to know your heart. Mm-hmm. But with those three together, did that just fall in your lap, or was that something that you were like, damn, this is what I need to do. This is what blank is lacking. This is what the industry is lacking. And here's how I can be of service. Because I don't take you for a guy who does anything for money. Like, I don't think you're a man who lives intentionally in the constructs of society where it's like, I gotta get that money. I gotta get the bag. I gotta chase the bag. Everything that we say nowadays, right? Don't chase the bag. Allow the bag to come to you. Attraction. But for you and Miss Brenna, was it something that you guys vision board? Did you plan it? Or was it something like, I got it?
it was a slow burn. Like, we felt like we were doing something wrong. Like in the beginning, because of the strikes, because the writer strikes, that's when we started our marketing business just out of like survival. We were like, hey, we have a certain skill set. Let's put it to use. Let's see if anybody buys. And then our film background just like really helped us. Like she has a long history of producing. I had kind of a couple years of producing under my belt, but I had great organization and I was very coachable and teachable because of my background and like learning how to study and all that stuff like that. So like, I just got a bunch of information working on all those like big union sets, and I was still working on union sets while building up this business once the strikes were over. But at first we were just like, no, let's do marketing and let's get better and better at it so that we can like help people, help businesses, and like it felt amazing to have the stats that we had. Like in social media, the average is 5 to 15% watch rate for anything that you scroll through. You know, you scroll, you watch something for 3 seconds, that counts as like a yes on the watch rate. So typically people go through like 10 things before they stop and watch, or it's a little less than that, or something like that. Check my math. But our watch rate was 85 usually, 95.
Damn.
Never lower than 75. And we were like, check that again? And then hundreds of advertisements on social media later, never budged. Always 85, 95%, somewhere in there. And we were like, we got something. We don't know what we're doing right, but we got something. And later we found out, it's the storytelling that we do. It's not just some B-roll shots of a coffee shop and then like putting their name on it and some other stuff. Like the vast majority of, over the past couple of years, people have become more wise of it. But a few years ago, it was like, people would just put trash on social media that they were getting paid to do, like for businesses and stuff. And we just had a better idea of like, what's the point of this video? Let's make it something more interesting. Let's put a story behind it, and not just a complete story in this, in 59 seconds. But let's make it interesting and novel. And those, like, that's not hard to find. Like, everybody's got a great story. So like the clients we were working with, right off the bat, like, they had interesting things about them. We just highlighted them and we just wrapped them up in a great video, 59 seconds. So we just told a little part, 59 seconds. And we did cool things, and our framing's good, and all the technical skills we had from filmmaking just made it look better, made it more interesting, and then our storytelling just really just icing on the cake, really. And so we popped off in that. And then we grew like our skill set horizontally in marketing of like website. Brenna has a background in graphic design, so she was great with logos and branding, and I had branding background from my streaming background.
Yeah.
And then we just kept getting better at that and building up our portfolio. And we kept trying to crawl back to film. We were just like, how do we get back to this? How do we get back? And then over the years, we found more opportunities, and we were like, hey, let's make this, let's make that, let's like scrape up the money to do this, and then let's help other people like with their like short films. Like we had a lot of friends who were like, hey, I'm in the industry and I've never made anything, but I want to try. So we're like, yeah, we'll help you. We'll produce for you. Like we'll produce, you direct, you film.
So you guys were trying to get back into films. Essentially, it sounds like you couldn't get right back. So you were like, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself.
Exactly. And so that's how we
on every level, whether it's skits, whether it's short form, whether it's
literally anything
like
we can get our hands on.
You just
anything we could get our hands on, we were like,
damn,
let's
man,
get back into it. And
that's
then
passion.
That's kind of how so at one point we were like, so we're doing marketing and we're getting back into film, like, should we make a separate entity? Like, should we keep it separate? What should we do? Because it very much was cohesive from the beginning. Like the skill set is there's a lot of overlap. And so we're like, but do we make it separate? Like, what do we do with our production company now that's kind of like picking up? And then we realized like, no, it really is great to be one and the same, because we're talking to all these other marketing agencies.
So you actually work with other marketing companies or agencies?
Yeah. Okay. So like, marketing is like, there's a lot of people who position themselves as like, we're a full service marketing agency, but they do like social media, and that's it. And we've learned that like, yeah, you need to start with strategy. And strategy has become like, I don't know why. It really stumps me. Like no one wants to do strategy. Actually, I do know why. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard as hell.
Yeah.
It's really hard. You have to know all angles of it. And like, you have to understand a client's given situation. And you have to be able to experiment and be good with that. I mean, maybe that's where my science background comes in handy, but it's like, you have to be good at experiments and data analysis. Sheesh. Okay, so I'm like thinking like 50 sentences ahead, because I'm like, oh man, this gets me so excited, because it's been such a long journey of like, helping people and becoming more and more refined with that, because at the end of the day, it's like giving just feels amazing. When I can make, this is a real story, this is a case study you can look up, like on my website and everything, you know, there have been companies that have no money, and one company had like $500 and they were like, can you save us? They were literally months away from closing the doors. And I was like, let me try a couple things. And $500 was their budget. I made an ad and it doubled their sales for the next 6 months. Like, they ended up closing their doors like, they told us 5 months later that they were like, yeah, we're gonna be closing our doors in a couple months, because the owner got like, he wanted to work with like his father-in-law's company, something like that. He wanted a change in career. I don't know. So it has a pretty, it is a bruh moment, but you know what? I'm going to take my victory and I'm going to keep it over here. And like stuff like that. There's been a lot of other cases like that too, but it's like, you can change lives if you do work well. And so having a film production company and marketing and really putting that together, because there's such great overlap, such great synergy that goes with those two things, and allows us to do things like, hey, let's meet with a client, let's see like what your needs are marketing wise, like how do you get the right visibility, how do we get visibility to send out the right messaging on what you really stand for and what's going to grab people and bring people to your place, look at your service, look at your products, and then how do we do that part, that messaging excellently? And today's all about video and pictures and like what are the copy, the words, you know, how are you doing it? How are you making it an event? That's very much what you need for movies as well and TV shows. Like you got to grab people all the time. And in my streaming background, I had to grab people every second. If I had a dull, like literally, if I had a dull second or a dull 3 seconds in my stream, I'd see the numbers drop. People would leave. And like, that hurt me. I was like, damn. someone left.
Yeah,
Someone was
feel.
watching me. I was
Yeah.
entertaining people. I was up here sweating, cracking jokes, being funny, doing all kinds of stuff. And then I just caught my breath for a second to be like, okay, all right, what should we do now? Numbers drop. And I'm like, sheesh.
That's
like,
rough.
It is.
Because you feel it immediately.
Yeah, because I'm like, damn, I'm not good enough. I'm not worth
And that's what I mean by feel. Like it's deeper than just, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like you're internally like, my heart, like my stomach, my everything.
Yeah, it hurts your soul because it's like, I've intertwined like wanting to give happiness, laughs, care, like support, like whatever. I've intertwined that with who I am and what I want to do. It's all on the same now. I've put all my eggs in that basket.
Yeah.
And now I've been working on myself a lot more because I used to give way more than I should have.
Yeah.
People took advantage, I got hurt and all that stuff like that. And it happened time and time again. It's still gonna happen, whatever. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with giving too much because the alternative is wild to me. Like, why not give more than you can? Like, I don't know. I feel like that's like when you aim to leave the world in a better place than you found it, like, I don't know. Seems like a good philosophy to go.
Yeah, this last business that I created it's called the 2 Seat Collective, and it's just a curated online boutique for up and coming designers. I had struggled in LA to have my own clothing brand, and I started to fall out of love with fashion. So I was asking God, I'm like, Lord, don't take fashion away from me, but help me rebrand or help me do something else. So years later, I'm just sitting one day, bro, and I'm like, service, service, service. And that's what I keep hearing you say. It's like service to people. I want to give. Like when I hear the word give, to me, it's like the relative of service. And I was like, man, I just want to be of service. And I want to get behind these up and coming designers and push them. If it's like you said, everything is visual. So I want to get behind them in their mood boards, their planning. You need somebody's measurements. Like I want to be that for you, but it's totally not my platform. It's like I want to be of service to you in the literal sense. And I think if more of us, a larger percent of us, if we were to think that way, the world, you wouldn't have to think about how to leave the world behind with something good. It would just already be good. So all I'm hearing you say right now, bro, is I just like to be of service to people. I just like to be of service. Because people are gonna come along and they're gonna hurt you. So I've lived in Miami, Los Angeles, I've lived in Japan, now Atlanta. In every place I've been to, there's gonna be somebody that tries to take from you. It's always, what do you do, bro? I'm so sick of that.
Honestly,
it's like I'm so sick of it.
I don't get a lot of that.
Really?
Because I look like
Maybe
this. Actually, I usually don't look like this, but I dress comfy and I dress relaxed, like t-shirt, jeans, t-shirt, shorts, whatever. Like, there's not a lot of people coming up to me being like, hey, what do you do? Like, I don't look like I'm up to something. I look like I'm just
But
chilling.
they be the ones though. Like they be the ones that's like, nah, you do something, yo. Like, what do? You're too comfortable. You look too comfortable.
You're right. I should start buying tighter shirts. because that's not fun. When people are after you like that, when they're just like, hey man, like, can I talk to you? Can I get with you? And it's like, hold up, who are you?
Yeah.
like it's not a problem that you're approaching me. It's how. It's like, can we be friends first? Because that's everything right now. Like who you surround yourself with, because that's your time and that's who you grow from. Like who you surround yourself with is who you become. And so it's like, it's all about that. That's what I've been focused on.
There's a few of my friends, you included, that you're gonna know now. You guys will know now. But I'm very competitive as well. I like to more so compete with me though, because the way my mind works. But when you guys, the small collective of friends that I have, when you guys are telling me about what you're doing, I get on fire, bro. Like, I just feel like you guys step it up. And I could be doing a lot, but when you tell me, yo, I got this, or yo, this person reached out,
Like
or yo,
what?
I'm doing this film.
Name something. What are you talking about?
Like I just wrapped up Mr. Jesus. It's like my friends that are doing something, I'm talking about the environment that you are, like the product of your environment. The close-knit friends that I have, when you guys are making your moves and you guys are doing the next step and the next step and the next step. Like you told me you wrapped up and you're in post-production. I'm like, sometimes I don't even know what the fuck that means. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know what it means for you because I can see you're lighter now. Like you have things going on now.
It reignites me, for sure.
It fuels the fuck out of me, bro. It's like, I gotta get to that point too. And for me, it's all collaborative. It's not, I'm not trying to like over-compete. I'm not trying to like shit on you in any way. I've just gotten to a place in my life where I've allowed myself and its vulnerability to really be like, damn, I'm really happy for you. Like, I don't get into the Jude's doing better than me or this person's doing better. Like, that shit is stupid to me.
That is a thing. Like,
I
was talking about how we work with other marketing companies because the great marketing companies realize like, hey, I do this. Mm-hmm. And I really applaud the ones that are like, hey, I'm a marketing company that focuses on podcasts, mm-hmm. for example. Like that's one of our clients, like partnerships, I should say. Mm-hmm. And like they just do that. But then they're like, but we need more help editing or we need help mm-hmm. with more narrative production or something like that. They reach out to me and I'm like, yeah, I got you. Yeah. Like, let's be collaborative. Let's work together. Like, you're not stealing a paycheck away from me and I'm not stealing one from you. We're coming together and we're making something better. And sometimes when it's like side by side and you're kind of doing the same thing, because I got a lot of friends who started their own production companies and I'm hearing like, oh, they just did this. And of course you got to judge them for a second to be like, do I like that? Am I okay with that?
Them up.
But it's the people though that you're like, oh, I'm happy for them. Like if it's the person that you really like because they just do right? They're always treating you right. They're always polite. They came to work on time when you work together. Mm-hmm. They say the right things. They have great virtues. When they do something great, I'm like, I don't want to clap too loud because in the mic, I don't know what it's going to sound like, but like, clap, clap, clap. Like, I'm like super happy for them. Yeah. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Oh,
You're good.
Let me restart. Mm-hmm. All right, here I go. Okay, so, marketing companies and production companies. Mm-hmm. I was talking about production company. Who let us in this room together? Oh man. Okay, so other production companies, it's the same thing. It's like being competitive, you wish the best for your friends, and like where you can collaborate, you should. And that's when things have really started taking off. Is like us, instead of being like, let me gatekeep this project from the other production company friends. Yeah. Let me be like, hey, hold on, like, I got this over here, and like, I can, like, I got enough crew and I know enough skill to like get it all done, but like, what's another production company being on the front? Like on these big movies, you see like 20 production companies for a reason. Mm-hmm. It's to minimize risk. It's to come collaborate and come work together, and like you can achieve more together. So it's like, this idea at a smaller budget level of like, hey, do everything yourself is just, it's silly. Yeah. It really is to like not collaborate.
I know that you have a wealth of knowledge through the School of Experience. I'm a young, aspiring filmmaker. I'm new to Atlanta. I am hungry. I will stop at nothing to go get it.
Yeah.
How do I start and where do I start?
It's daunting. It's really daunting right now because like just looking up at the greats, what the biggest the production companies are doing and all that stuff like that, it's like there's a certain perception that they're not doing so hot right now. Mm-hmm. And you can make an argument, probably a better argument for like, we're not doing as well compared to the boom after COVID, because like it was a boom. It was everybody was waiting on their projects for months, and then all of it just happened at once. So a lot of people got into the industry. So right now, it really feels like there's not much going on. There's a lot more restrictions and stuff like that. And there is certain departments more than others, but like you feel hopeless because you hear like this isn't getting made here, it's getting made over in the UK or Australia where they have great like tax incentives and stuff like that. And like those are real, and it's real, and like it is hard. But like if you're just starting out, like there is benefit to working on those, to try to get to work on those. But like if you're getting on those as a PA or background or stand-in or I don't know, anything that you can to get on those big union sets of like, you know, 100 mil plus sets, then you're really not gonna get that much exposure. Like it's really, really, really much better for you to just like take out your phone if you need to. And like a lot of people say this, they're like, just go shoot something.
Yeah.
And then I've heard, we talked to students at Emory University and like their film department. And, you know, when we kind of told them that, it was the first time that I really saw like people just kind of being like, yeah, we've heard that before, but I'm still here. And I'm like, you know what, I think I need to amp up that advice, because like, yes, it is that simple, but what's the piece that they're missing? And yes, it's perseverance, but it's also like, let me elevate every time. And money is such a big part of that, like budget, like, you know, you write a script and it's like, it's an amazing script and it's a great story and it's super cool, but has 10 locations and a sports car and Glenn Powell and like, you know, stuff like that. It's just like, yeah, I need $100 million for this and I'm straight out of film school or I'm straight out of college or whatever. It's like, how am I gonna do this? And it's like, well, save that script because that's probably awesome. Write another one that you can shoot in one location with some great actors that are unfound and like right to your needs. Like it sucks, but do that. Do that favor for yourself so that you can actually get to the next step, because you get stuck there in development if you're like, but we need money for this to start pre-production, all that stuff like that. Because there's so many projects that die there because they're like, we want this coming out of production. They're like, we have this script and then you need all this stuff like that. And people are like, yeah, you need X amount of money. And they're like, well, I don't know anybody with that money, so I guess I'm stuck. And it's like, no, you're not. Take that, put it to the side, write something else that's like something small, but make sure the story's big. Like you can do a lot. There's people that do it all the time where it's like one no-name actor, one location. Like there's so much technology these days. Like it's not film. Like you don't have to like worry about running out of film. It's all digital. Like the quality of all the cameras and sound and everything these days, it's easy. It's so easy to compare to 10 years ago.
Because aren't some movies being shot on like the iPhone? I don't mean to product place, but
for sure. I mean, and people are always like, yeah, but they spent like, they had a whole crew for lighting and all that stuff like that, and of course like sound, and so it's like, it's like, it's still kind of the same, like an ARRI camera, you know, instead of renting one for tens of thousands or something like that, like depending on how long you, whatever, those are expensive, but like, it's really about the story that you tell. And allow yourself to make stepping stones and like realize that you don't have to go from your first short film to a $10 million budget film or so on. Like give yourself better milestones and don't expect anything like that. But do aim for that. Like, but you have to realize like, just do what you can and do it now and do it fast and mess up. Don't allow yourself to stop because it's not perfect, because you're like, hey, like I really want this monster in this horror movie to have like feathers and prosthetic teeth and a big horn coming out of them, like stuff like that. And it's just like, oh, it turns out the budget for that's like $10,000. It's like, well, guess we can't make it. It's like, okay, put some feathers, drop the horns, drop the teeth, like make it scary another way. Be creative, you know, like that's the whole point.
Is that why you've been so sustainable up to this point? Because you're like, you know what? Doesn't seem like there's a way, but I have will. So
I readjusted my standards. So like, it's not that I lowered my standards, but I was like, okay, so if we don't have the budget for high standards and quality in picture, then I'm capped out at this. Let me be calculated about that. So like, I'm capped out here. So let me make the story that much better, because that's writing, that's free, right? Like that's something that I can give up, something I can do, something I can work on. And it's just, there's so many departments and so many different things that it's just like, it's really a bunch of opportunities to be like, let me shift this budget over here, or let me do that. And like, it's really about finding value, because like, a lot of people are like, hey, I want to make a feature, because now if you make a great short film, it doesn't go as far as it did like 20 years ago, where a lot of great directors today, they started with one short film that was pretty decent 20, 30 years ago, and that propelled them, that got them noticed. Because the short film was really hard back then, because they didn't have all the technology and the communities and all the stuff like that like they did. So when someone got something made that was pretty decent, they were like, hey, this guy or this woman or anything in between has this person, they got something. I'm trying to be inclusive, but I'm also trying to like speed through this, And so I don't mean to be insensitive, but
they don't
like,
know you yet, but I do. You got a heart of gold, I promise.
It's really just all about like, move fast, allow yourself to fail.
Yeah.
Because that means that you're moving forward.
Yeah.
And really think about the full picture first. So money is a thing that you need to think about. So it's like, okay, what am I making now that will make somebody or me money? How do I get this made, really? And what we're doing now, like LaFuse Entertainment, like we're partnering with businesses and being like, we want to make this production, whether it's narrative or more lifestyle. Like we have a lot of projects in development and in production right now, and in post-production. There's development, pre-production, production, post-production, distribution, marketing.
Okay.
We have projects in all of those levels right now.
Okay.
We have a great full pipeline. We are moving it forward, and they're all gonna be making someone money. Maybe it's me, maybe it's someone else. Yeah. But the reality was like, hey, I just want to get this made because it's interesting and it's fun, and I want to keep telling stories and keep making projects. So I'm gonna figure out how to make it work. So like, even if it's like, hey, I'm not benefiting from this at all, which in a lot of cases, I mean, I've produced a lot of films where I made $0.
Yeah.
But it gave what I did get instead of money, and I spent months, if not a year and a half, 2 years on a project, not getting paid and working on it regularly. I got the credit and I got the experience. So now I can pretty confidently walk into a similar space of if someone is trying to make something, they're like, hey, I need a producer, and it's I don't know, even like a something like a short film or a music video or something like that, and the budget is small, I'm gonna be like, hey, I have the skill set for that. Because your budget, your skill set is very much aligned with budgets. And so it's like, if something was like, hey, I got a budget for, if you go to a really well experienced director who's now only doing stuff, or a crew member that's only doing stuff with budgets in the 300 million, 400 million, and you're like, hey, I want you to help me on this project that you love, and the budget is 1 million, they're gonna have a really hard time because they're used to using certain resources, certain tools, and having teams that have people that do a very particular task. When you don't have that,
they essentially don't know what to do.
Yeah, they get stuck. So it's really like, it's a skill set that has different, different areas, different communities, different cultures, different skills. Like it's totally different communication, everything too, yeah.
So you had talked real quick, one of the words that I heard in that last part was produce, post-production. Mr. Jesus.
Yeah, it's in post.
I need a lowdown. I need, give it to me. And I know you have somewhere to be, so I appreciate you spending your time here with me, bro. Mr. Jesus, when I read about it, I was like, I said, oh shit, and then I was like, forgive me. But yo, first and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you. But actually, first and
Congratulations.
foremost,
Okay.
where I need to be is right here. This is it. Like I was saying earlier, it's all about who you have around you, and like, there's a reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be the first one on this,
Yeah.
and like, so that's where I'm gonna be. That's first and foremost.
That's love.
Second,
Love.
Mr. Jesus has been, it's been wild. So like, Brennan and I, we both kind of like, I'll give a, Mr. Jesus is a short film about a down on his luck actor who he wakes up and he finds out that his image was stolen to create an AI Jesus. And so then he has to think about like, oh, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna embrace it or am I gonna run from it? Am I gonna be like, no, that's not me, you know? So I just said I'm not in it. I produced it, but you know, it's a really interesting question, and it's also like not fiction. There are mega churches out there, more and more every day, making their version of AI Jesus to where you can hop online on their website, talk to Jesus within their church. So it's a really wild time, and so like that was some inspiration for this film, and who created it was Emily Best and her husband Brennan.
Okay.
Kelleher. I forgot it. I'm hoping I pronounced that right, but they're both incredible people, and we met Emily at the Atlanta Film Festival, and she was giving out a panel about her crowdfunding, and she owns a company, Seed and Spark, and they're the biggest biggest platform of crowdfunding for the arts, like for. And I hope that's right, but it definitely for films and for music now. They just launched one for music. So it's an incredible platform, and she's doing great things, and like it's really that in itself. There's so much to talk about in the culture of that, and like she just has an incredible amount of drive to like do things right. And so when we met her, we were compelled. We had to talk to her, and we had to be like, hey, like thank you so much for sharing all this information you did not have to share. like she really opened the gates to like, this is how you do it. This is what other people are doing. Do it too. When in the industry, it's so not that. But so we felt compelled. We talked to her, and she was like, let's have another meeting. Like this was at the Atlanta Film Festival. She's like, I want to talk to you guys. Let's have a meeting soon. We had a meeting soon. That in itself says a lot, right? Like how many times you're like, yeah, let's meet soon. Let's meet soon. Never hear from them again. We met soon, and she was like, hey, I have this idea. And we're like, okay, tell us more. And then she was like, you guys produce, you guys are good with marketing. I really want to like create something big here, and I want to do a lot with this concept because it means a lot to me. That's her talking. And so we heard her out. We learned more about this project. We read the script. We were in. Brennan and I, we were like, let's do this, because it really was talking about a lot of things. Like, it's a funny little story about someone who's like, what do I do in this crazy situation? At the heart of it, that's what it is. But really, it's hitting on like all these fast changes with technology, not just AI, but everything else too, like just technology in general. And then like, what do I do with so much fame so fast? And that's something totally different. And it's just like exploring all these things in such a tight video. It's more than a film. I said video to be more broad because it's definitely a film. Oh my, it's so gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Jan is the director of photography. Jan has the eye. Like, he's got the eye to be like, I know how to make that look gorgeous. You'll see. You'll see. And we did an insane crowdfunding campaign. We raised $34,000.
Word.
The most work I've ever done raising money, ever. Yes. It was months and months of several hours a day, sometimes 10, sometimes 12 hours a day of like making content to showcase to the world that we really want to tell the story. And a lot of strategy, a lot of collaboration. There was 6 total producers, and just everyone just came together so well, and we had a great time. There's just so many people, and I could talk about every single person on the crew.
It sounds like it.
I want to, and so I'm just like, oh, rein it in, focus. The point is that it speaks on something pretty big, and it's a great time to tell it. It's very topical. That's why we rushed into it. It looks gorgeous. We have a pre-production meeting. Like, we just wrapped a couple weekends ago, and now we're getting into pre-production. We're starting the strategy with that, and like we're going to be creating some timelines soon. So we are.
So we don't have a definite date yet.
No.
We're making everything look pretty, and then
we're going to be going through the film festival circuit as well. Like, we are, when we have something this big that we want to say, we're trying to say it pretty loud.
Yeah, for sure.
And in Godzilla, this is a wild roundabout way to say this, but in Godzilla, when he's pissed off and he goes, brr, 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 like, when he does that, right now we're in the burr, burr, burr with the film festival. That's how you really grow your community. That's how you, like, we are showing in intimate settings, like, hey, look at this, let's talk of this message. We're gonna be there. Like, the producers and hopefully some of the crew will be at these festivals to be like, I know what you just saw and I'm glad that you liked it. Let me tell you more, so that we can really, like, connect with the people that watch it. And so we're gonna go brr pretty soon.
Bro, I'm about to let you go, brr. And I just want to say, man, everything that you're doing, your heart always speaks out the most to me, servant leadership. But everything you're doing, I pray every thought turns to gold, and everything you put out turns to gold. I hope the people that have listened, that have heard you, I really hope that they feel you in their own way, because you have such an impactful story and journey that we haven't even really begun to unpack. But just as my friend, my brother, just filmmaking, anything you do, bro, I'm 100% behind it. 100%, bro. Anything you do, I'm trying to be your biggest fan. So I say all that to say, keep going, keep pushing. I'm proud of you. We're probably gonna have to do a part 2, because there's some shit that I want them to hear from you. But thank you for being my inaugural guest on Tryp's Dialogue, man. I really appreciate it. And for y'all, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for riding. Thank you for listening. Keep going. It's Tryp.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. Seriously, thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. Like, it means a lot. Like, we have these conversations already. So now it's like, hey, we get to build a community around it. So, and just like everything we explore and we talk about is just usually very heavy. Yeah. And so I'm just like, man, I wish more people could weigh in on this. But at the same time, I'm also like, man, I'm lucky to have someone who gets these conversations and not afraid to, like, dive in. So
for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. That's why we got to do it too, because some of that felt good, but it felt surface. I want you to delve in. I want it to go like, you got that in my mind now, bro. Yeah. You got that in my mind. But till next time, though, keep going.
I said that there won't be a sequel. I meant to say equal. They say, Jay, we want to believe you. What you hearing today is a product of confident people. What I'm lending away is a promise we giving to people. Listen.